Gene Trueman, you're going to be fighting against Mads Burnell this weekend at Cage Warriors 106.
Yep.
Massive card, massive fight. We're in fight week now. First of all, how's your camp been and how are you feeling leading into this one?
Yeah, camp's been great. Come out of it unscathed, no little niggles or anything like that. So yeah, I'm happy that everything's gone. Feel good, man. Weight's lower than normal, so hopefully the cut will be that little bit easier, which is always good, you know.
Yeah, and obviously Mads, he's a former UFC fighter. He's a really, really top opponent. I think very even on sort of the cards of this fight. What's your take on Mads as an opponent?
He's a better opponent than Soren. For me, you know, as opposed to higher level guys. I mean, I want to fight the higher level guys and prove that I deserve to be in the UFC and the bigger organisations. So Mads, for me, is a perfect opportunity to prove that.
Yeah, and he's known, he's got really strong grappling, isn't he? He's got a huge fan base, and another Danish fighter, of course. Is that something you've been preparing for leading up to this one?
Not really. I mean, I've trained for what I want to do mainly, and just his strengths. I know he's got a good neck attack, so I've drilled all the right escapes and get outs for that. But more importantly, just not to be there.
Yeah. I think one thing I said to Jack Shaw recently in his last fight leading up to the Scott Malone matchup was that he's the kind of fighter that no matter how good he is, people always tend to seem to have him as the underdog. And I get that kind of same impression with you as well, that, you know, you're the champion, you're winning big fights, but people always seem to put you as the underdog leading into these fights. Is that something you thrive off? Proving people wrong?
I've been the underdog all my career, I suppose. Everyone's better than me until they fight me, and then they don't know what to do with me. But yeah, I mean, pressure I thrive on. I don't crumble under pressure. So, you know, the bigger the underdog, the better for me.
Yeah. Is Mads the best fighter out there for you at the minute in the Cage Warriors brand?
100%. I can't think of anyone else that's up there challenging for that belt, to be honest. I think I've wiped most of the division out in that tournament.
It's a massive night. You know, we got 5 or 6 title fights on there. They like putting on you. They like getting you on these big cards, Dean, don't they? They had you on the big one in Cardiff, and now this one. Is that something you're proud of?
Yeah, I mean, they get me on these shows because they know I'm going to put on a good fight. You know what I mean? So that's the way I look at it. You know, your big cards, you put on your best fighters, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you always bring a good crowd as well. Is that something you're expecting for this one again?
Yeah, I think there's going to be about 130 odd people travelling down. So, yeah, decent numbers.
Yeah, it's like I say, I'm going to be coming up obviously from Wales. Absolutely massive event. Is it something that you feel proud to be on these events? Because, you know, you look at the last night of Champions, it was absolutely epic card. Cards like this really, you know, it's cards that can sort of go down in history really for the Cage Warriors brands. If a pile of fighters off this one end up going to the UFC and doing well, it's something to look back on in years to come, isn't it?
100%. Yeah, I mean, I love being on these big cards. Like you say, being on Cage Warriors 100, the big milestone card, that was a privilege to be on, and winning the belt there was an honour. So, yeah, I mean, if the UFC don't come and snap me up after this fight, hopefully I'll be on the next big card.
Yeah, so that was my next question. Obviously, Mads, he's a former UFC fighter. He took Arnold Allen very close a couple of months back ago in Liverpool, so it shows the calibre of fighter he is. Do you think they'll come knocking if you get the win over Mads?
Touch wood. I mean, nothing's guaranteed, is it? As you've seen with the Brendan Loughnane situation.
Yeah, exactly.
But nothing's guaranteed. Hopefully they come and they sign me. I mean, I'm always in an exciting fight. I always look to finish, so I can't see why they wouldn't want to sign me after beating Mads, who's a legit UFC guy.
Yeah. Well, just briefly, what was your thoughts on the Brendan situation?
I think it was tough luck, really. I personally, I think he should have got the contract. I mean, he got the win at the end of the day. And as a fighter, shooting for that takedown in the last few seconds it's not a stupid thing to do. That it secures you the round, and ultimately secures you the win.
Luckily for yourself, there's very rarely a boring Dean Trueman fight, is there? So
exactly, you're going to see you'll see some fancy shit and some exciting stuff. Always do.
Mads Bonnell on the weekend, obviously putting your belt on the line, first title defence. So what's your prediction for this one, Dean? How do you see it going?
Second round KO.
Second round KO?
Yeah, I'm about to do a KO.
What's your thoughts on Mads striking? Obviously he's known as a bit more kind of a grinder. What's your thoughts on his striking?
He's got a weird little system going on. A bit of a Philly shell, I think they call it in boxing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know how to defeat that. I don't think it's a very good way of striking in MMA. I think he's the only MMA person I see do it. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a great thing for him to do, and you'll see that Saturday when he gets sparked.
Right, and just before we let you go, Dean, I know you're on a busy schedule at the moment. Obviously, in the midst of fight week now, just a few days until you put that belt on the line. Anyone you want to give a shout out? Any sort of friends, fans, anyone who supports, anyone's behind you?
So, firstly, I'd like to thank all my sponsors, and I don't want to fucking miss anybody. So I want to say thank you to Capital Civils, Cash Monkey, Precision Flow Screen, Advanced Roofing, Advanced Health and Safety Training, OPRO, Primal Core, Subguards, All Reptile. I think that's everyone.
Yeah, and anyone else we forgot as well.
And anyone I forgot, I apologise. Also, everyone that's coming down, everyone that's coming to support me, I really do appreciate it. And I'm going to put on a great fight for you and bring that belt back to Ilkeston.